And we are here Saturday night. I have 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right here in Jacksonville, Florida for me, and all along the East Coast. That's what you see behind me is a picture of Jacksonville, Florida, where I was born and raised. I'm proud to rep the city. So glad to see you guys here. We are here. We have a great show tonight. First, I'm going to pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we love you. I honor you. You're sovereign. You reign from heaven, Father God. And you know my heart on this. If it were up to me, I would ask you to bless this tremendously, Father God. But you are sovereign. And I ask you to take it where you'll have it, Father God. You take it where you want it to be. And I ask you to let it touch who you want it to touch, Father God. I love you so much. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity. Appreciate you. In Christ Jesus' name, Yeshua, I pray. Amen. All right. Everybody, we are here and we are about to get it started. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Just hit a 1 in the chat as I go down. And what I want to do is, for those of you who are here, whoever, if you're in the chat, I'm about to shout you out. I'm about to call you out because I want to thank you personally for being here right when we get started. So if you're here, you get a shout out. So I see here, I'm going down the list. OG Patrice was one of the first to pop in, and that was early, 7:30. Okay. Greetings and salutations. This is the real Mr. Unknown. Now, this is he has another name. Goes by the name of Mike. I don't know why you when you come up, when I bring you up, I want you to explain why you go by the real Mr. Unknown. I'm sure there's a story behind that, right? Sophia in the house. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Like and share, and of course subscribe. Ashley Jackson, peace and love to all of you. Yes, Adrian Nash in the house. If love was a person, yeah, I agree with this one right here. Sophia, if love was a person, it would probably be Sophia. I love how she spreads all this love. And really the whole chat, we have a very supportive environment across the board. Always good to be around people who don't mind just loving on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? We so quick to do all kind of other stuff with each other. Beef, quibble, quarrel. We need to be quick to just, throw some love on each other at all times, anytime. Going down the list, Don Frank. Hey, everyone, so excited. Me too. We have a great show. We got a great show planned, guys. It's going to be a really interesting evening. Some melodrama. I'm going to go ahead and just tell y'all right now. It's we're going to see some melodrama tonight. Let me go down this list. Miss Mac is in the house. Danique Anthony, yes. Good day. It's nighttime over here, so I wonder where you from, if it's still daytime where you at. Going down, let me throw some music here. Let me know if this is too loud. Yeah. If it's too loud, just let me know. I'm bringing it up here. Don't want it to be too loud, but I like grooving to this too. It's YouTube, okay? We get to do our own thing at home. We find the music we like, and we get to put it up on YouTube. Let's see. Ashley loving the new music. Let's see. Tony Poe is in here. Shout out. Melissa Jane. Yes, ma'am. Glad to have you here. The Chef Shapino. Thank you. We're trying to put this together. I'm going to talk a little bit about that too as we get started. Let's see. I'm just going through making sure I get you. If you're here, I want to call you out. If you're here. Thank you, Tony. Got some amens. Enjoyed the last episode, the rehearsals and live performances. Princess K, thank you. Mika, if I skip somebody, let me know. You see I'm going down this list. If you're here and I skip you, just holler. Let me know so I can, because I don't want to skip anybody. The Empire of Jesus Christ World Evangelism. This is Sister Pastor Evangelist Talitha. So glad you're here. Pray it with me. I talked with you this week. Pray it with me. Pray it for me. I appreciate you. Love you. I'm just going down the list like we got everybody here. Yeah, chef. Yeah, you see I'm grooving. I can't help it. Let me turn this down a little bit. All right. So as we get people coming in, I see. Let me take this time. I'll turn this down a little bit to just kind of talk about reference what we did. Last week was episode 1, and we had a really, really nice time. You guys tell me in the chat. I believe it was a YouTube first. I don't know of anybody who has done that, or who is doing it like this. So throw a 1 in the chat if you feel like this is the first time you've seen anything like this. Whole group of people coming together and throwing their talents together in a live environment and performing in front of animated illustrations to tell a powerful story. We might be the first. This is Black History Month. We're making Black history right now. It's always good to acknowledge what those before us have done and contributed to this society. And it's also good to make history too. So that's what we're trying to do, every day. So this is our little thing. And that's my challenge. Somebody go on YouTube and see if somebody else has done this. Because I like saying I'm the first, right? Everybody in here, I like it when we can say we are the first to do something. I like being first. So I want to know who's second. So you guys find it for me. Let's see. Okay. So we I think that we had a nice little intro to the story. Now, some of my students might be in here. I teach a narrative production class, one of 5 classes I'm teaching this semester. And in narrative production, one of the fundamentals that I mentioned is any narrative, any story that's can be called a story. It has to have an inciting incident. And you might think that last week was the inciting incident, if you will, but actually it's not. That's actually the beginning of sort of what I showed you is not actually the beginning of the story. It's not the inciting incident. It's my introduction to the viewers to the story. Tonight we cover the inciting incident, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of couching and kind of placing things for you all. I like it when you all figure it out. But in this case here at the beginning, I do want to let us know as a group and kind of place you into the overall story. And so we're going to go back a little bit into what the actual inciting incident is. All an inciting incident, for those of you who might not necessarily know or be familiar with that term, that creative term, is what happens to draw our protagonist into action. Our protagonist, I think we all can agree with, is Caleb. And it's the thing that happens that makes our character go into action and really starts the story. So it gives us insight into why we're even watching this, what the story is. It gives us insight into what's motivating the character a little bit. It doesn't tell the whole story, but it sets it up for us. And so, what we saw last week was really sort of some what I call rising action that leads us into my second act climax. And actually part of the second act climax. I actually showed you guys a little part of that. So I don't want to get too, I don't want to get too nerdy with it and start breaking down story elements for the crowd. But at the same time, I think it's good to let you guys know what's coming tonight. I'm really excited about it because it introduces sort of the why here. And hopefully if we cover that properly, it's going to give you a little insight into the character. So that's what we're up to tonight. All right, that's what we're up to tonight. And so with that, you know what? I think it's good. I'll do one more thing before I bring up our esteemed cast and crew. And what I'll do is go ahead. Let me go ahead. This is courtesy of Chef Shapino right here. I'm loving this banner that you hooked me up with right now. Props to you, Chef, on this. I'll go ahead and pop in. This is our full cast of characters. I'm always happy to showcase and highlight that we have a cast that is from all over the country. And as they introduce themselves, we'll ask them to kind of let you know what city they're hailing from. But this is only possible because of this entire cast of talented people coming together. What we're gonna see tonight, and I won't break this down too much because I think most of you know what we're headed to right now. Is we're going to start out rehearsing the scenes. That's what you see there in Act One. It's the scenes that we're going to cover. We're going to get our performances together, and they ready. I'm telling you now, we've already done some things, and we're ready to kind of sharpen those up. Looking forward to that. And of course, we're going to perform the show, as you see here, and then we're going to have our interactive discussion afterwards. And really, the interaction goes throughout because there are going to be a couple parts where I look forward to your input. We're going to give some input, get some input from our chat in the audience. So I'm looking for that. Looking forward to that. All right, good stuff. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's get the crew up in here one by one. Let me just add them all right now. Let's get them up. Hey, guys, hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Hello.
Man,
What it do?
Good evening, everyone. Good
What's up,
evening.
family?
Hey, y'all.
Is my mic on?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
It's
Did you
mine
hear me?
on. I just want to know it's my mic on.
Check. Sir,
It's
We
my
do our
mic
checks
on.
now. Let's do our
Yo.
checks right now.
Yeah,
man.
let's go through. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah, you sound great. We're gonna talk.
well,
We're gonna talk, Vaughn. We're gonna talk. I was actually looking for you at one of my last streams. You actually inspired. You inspired one of my previous shows. It was a feel good show, and
Wow.
literally it was based on the story you shared with about Mrs. Bryant.
Yes,
Real
sir.
talk. The show was like a tearjerker.
Yeah.
It was a feel good show. I didn't want to tell your story. That's why I kept saying, "Where's Vaughn Bryant? Somebody find Vaughn." I couldn't find you, and even in the email. But
Feel free to share anytime.
bro,
It's
thank
a testimony. Yeah.
thank you, man. If you guys, and I'm just talking to the folks on the outside, on the other side of the screen, if you understand the level of beauty, of what's taking place with this production. And in terms of the types of things that people have shared, that have had impact, I have a feeling if the nucleus of a seed can grow its own thing, and the seed is already going to grow something, it's crazy because there's stuff growing within here. Just this production alone literally made me create content. You know what I'm saying? And was based on love, happiness, gratitude, and understanding our blessings. So I appreciate you, family. Real talk.
Awesome.
you know what? Let's keep it like this real quick. And I appreciate this nice intro, Chef, that you just said. Appreciate it tremendously. Since you kind of got the stage and we got you right here in the center of Hollywood Squares right here, why don't we let you start out with an intro, just whatever intro you want to have. And I'm going to do this with everybody. And what I like to tell my audience is I want my people to brag too. I want people to know what they're doing. If you have a channel, drop the link in the back so I can copy it over and we can get our mods to hype that up so that we can support you, not only in what you're doing here, but in things outside of life or death also. Go ahead, Chef.
Yes, sir. So my name is Chef Shupino. The exact same way you see it on the screen is the exact same way you could type it into YouTube. And pretty much my content is thought-provoking at I would say, a higher vibrational level of resonance. And to try and pigeonhole it, pigeonhole it into a particular category, I think it would demean the product. But just check it out. There's a lot of really good stuff on there. A lot of really good stuff. And I want to make sure that you guys feel what we got going on. So, Chef Chupino, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I reside in Atlanta. But because of my little daughter's 6th birthday today, I'm in the house of the evil mouse. Yes. Yes, that mouse done ran my pockets. Right, and if you're Haitian, nous parlons main sweet. That means we don't like mice. But you know, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. And I carry my gear with me. So, you know, I got a little, got the stuff up here and all of this and that. So I'm ready to rock. Let's go. Let's get this popping.
Let me jump in real quick and say how much I appreciate. Look at this. You know, we got the father that's bringing, his daughter out here to the mouse land or whatever to celebrate the birthday. But then, like, he's still right here, with us. And this is the beauty of what we can do here as we come together on YouTube. We're creating, we're working, and we're doing something powerful. But at the same time, we live in life too. So just appreciate you for even taking this time to continue this mission that we all have together. So appreciate
it's
you.
Reciprocal, my brother. I'm getting as much or even more than I'm giving. Trust. All I'm doing is talking in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So
You're doing a little more than talking, but
you know, let me be humble, man, before I pop collar, bro. This is the humble calm before the cocky storm. Now let me stop.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's go with one of the let's see if we can go back and forth. We had you pop in. Let's have one of our ladies, one of our beautiful flowers pop in and do an intro. Whoever wants to jump in. Y'all shy.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Shy now. Y'all acting for me tonight.
All right, I'll chime in, I guess. Hi, everyone. My name is Saja. Yeah, I'm just so excited to be here for episode 2. What is up? Yeah, I think for me, if you like me and want to see more of what I do, I have a multimedia company called Show Dogs that you can follow here on YouTube at Show Dogs NYC, and we've got some of my foodie things. I have a series called Coming to Queens. That's where I am right now, Astoria, Queens, New York. What's up? And we have a web series called Wormholes that's going to be premiering its season 2 soon. So yeah, just stick around, check it out. That's what I got going on. Just blessed.
All right, thank you, Sajda. And you heard her, New York City. And as you guys go through, I want you guys to kind of shout out where you are as well. Let's take it over to the fellas now. Whoever wants to jump in from here.
Hello, guys. It's Raheem Wilson Morgan. I play Caleb, and you can find some a little bit of my content on my Instagram, Ra Willie, RAHWILLY, and I don't know, just been working on a couple feature films and getting into voiceover work. Just trying to make it happen. I'm just happy to be here with this wonderful cast. So, episode 2, let's do it.
That's it. And did you talk to City?
Oh yeah, I'm from Ossining, New York. That's Westchester County.
Okay.
Yep, New York.
There you go. That's what's up.
Yep.
All right, let's flip it to one of the beautiful flowers.
What's going on, y'all? Excited to be here tonight. My name is Courtney Lene. I am from Philly. I'm in Philly. For those who want to know a little bit more, I'm an actor, professional voiceover artist, singer, and director. So I do a lot of stuff. And been working on a couple short films that are about to drop, and getting ready to be in another independent feature film that I'll also be co-directing as well. So I'm staying busy. Goal is to be a full-time artist this year. So I'm just working it out, you know. So I'm excited to be a part of this new experience. Frank, you the first. We know this, okay? It ain't nowhere. But I love that we get to come together like this all over the country and do something amazing. So I'm excited. Y'all better tune in, get ready for episode 2. I'm excited.
Get ready. I couldn't have said that one better. Episode 2 is on deck. Wait till y'all see tonight. Let's throw it to one of our gentlemen, esteemed gentlemen. Who's next?
I'll go next. So my name is Von Bryant. It's an honor for me to be here. I love the Lord, but I'm not perfect. I am a soon-to-be retired surgical technician. I have been in the medical field for over 30 years, and I also sing. Right now, just only in the shower. But yeah, I have a singing voice, and I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I am just so elated to be a part of this project. And I live in the wonderful city of Pasadena, California.
Pasadena, representing,
Pasadena.
like we said, all over the country. All over the country. Thank you, Vaughn. And I call Vaughn the Great because I heard him sing. He's being real humble, and he has a voice. He's a beautiful voice as well.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
All right, let's throw it to. I think we
He
have
sounds
one
like
more.
Sam Cooke. I
We're
said
gonna have
the
to
way he
see-
talks, he sounds like Sam Cooke.
Well, he's got an expressive voice. We have to see what he sounds like. Change gonna come one day.
Yeah,
Vaughn,
I love
right?
that too. I love that too.
Uh-oh. Okay, so let's do this. I think we have one more beautiful flower who has not yet introduced herself, and I believe that's OG Patrice.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Salute to the panel, salute to the chat. This is your girl, OG Patrice, aka Patrice Monsell, and I am originally from Chicago, Illinois, by way of currently residing in Phoenix, Arizona. And also, right now, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, because I just got out of rehearsal actually for a stage play that I'm in Las Vegas. That's going to be March 5th. So I'm kind of busy doing a lot, but I am so excited to be a part of this project here, working with Emmy Award winning producer, filmmaker, director, writer, etc., etc. Frank Gooden on this project with Life and Death. I've been a singer for over 20 something years, and also got bitten about 5 years ago by the acting bug. So this will be my fourth. Um, well, this is my first time doing a voiceover in a production of this caliber, but I have 3 musical stage plays under my belt thus far, and I'm just excited to be a part of this project that I know is going to go viral, and that I know is going to be epic. So I want to thank Frank for allowing me to have the opportunity to work with him and work with so many wonderful people that I've come to know on this project as well. So I'm just ready to rock and roll. Let's go, team Life or Death. Let's do it.
Life with
And
death.
I will be
Yeah.
playing the role of Ava, is my role, which is Caleb's mother. Now you be good, Caleb, okay? You be good.
Caleb's showing out. He ain't being good right now. Okay, thank you, Patrice. Appreciate that. Now we can go ahead and flip it to another gentleman. We have a few more we want to do the intros for. Whoever wants to jump in. Don't be shy. I'll have to call him out because I don't hear anybody. I'm about to call your name. Who wants to go?
All right. I'm
All right, go ahead, Mike.
I'm Mike Vincent. I'm gonna be playing Mecca, Bus's boy. I've been I did theater for some time, and recently last year I got into acting, and I did a lot better than I actually thought I was going to do. Last year, I actually was in 6 movies and 1 series. Um, this year, it's already started. I actually have a movie that we're shooting called In the Club. It's going to be in Liberty, North Carolina. We got one that's going to be called Twisted Mind of a Psychopath. It's going to be shot in Boston, Virginia, and The Color of Green, and it's going to be shot in Charleston. And got a couple other things we're working on. So I'm actually pretty busy, and I'm loving it. But this voiceover is something that I've always wanted to do because of a medical condition I got, and it's something I've always been told I should be on the radio. And guys, y'all don't know, I don't get intimidated easily, but I feel intimidated by everybody on here right now because y'all are so great. And I feel like I'm the newbie, the rookie that's coming. I know Mr. Frank got tired of getting my emails. I wanted to make sure I had everything right. And it was just, I actually got nauseous like I used to when I did theater. I got nauseous. I was like, I don't want to mess this up. Please, Lord Jesus. And Frank, I like when the last time we was on here, I had to ask you to pray for somebody. I love the way you pray, because when you was praying for this, and this is your baby, and you was praying for this, you said that you wanted it to be blessed and be big, but you also said, take it wherever you want to take it, God. And that's important, because even if it doesn't make it big, there's no telling who that's going to reach. And if it just reaches 100, say 100,000,
just one, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's no telling who they gonna pass it to and who they gonna pass it to, and it's just gonna blossom upward. And I'm just so happy to have met all y'all and to be on this project with y'all. I feel really, really blessed, and I want to thank Frank. And Frank, I'm sorry, man. I've been hitting you over them emails.
No, don't apologize. You're good.
Right? I was like, damn, he gonna get mad. He gonna be like, I ain't never do nothing with this dude again. But I appreciate y'all, and I just really feel anxious right now, but really blessed. And I thank you all for having me.
And let me be the first to say, thank you. And definitely, as you go through this, I embrace you, open arms, warmly. Feel comfortable. This is an environment where we're gonna get it right. So just to be comfortable, we're gonna have fun doing this. We're gonna get it right just by virtue of what we're doing and the method that we're taking. And there's a lot of us who are kind of beginning here. There's some experience here as well, but there's a few of us who are beginning. And I cast you here because there was something about you from top to bottom, and I felt like you were part of this, and so you are absolutely belonging right here where you at. And so just have fun with it. You're gonna do for I'm nervous. I'm an introvert.
I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I really am. I'm an introvert out here doing extrovert stuff right now.
Anybody else nervous? Anybody?
Mike, you're not the only one that's a newbie. Vaughn is a newbie as well. But check this out. I've been performing and singing for over 20 years, and I always get a little nervous. But it's just channeling, knowing how to channel the nerve and do something with the nerve. You'll be fine. You just relax. You amongst family. We gonna walk you through this. We gonna help each other. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
And Miss Patrice, it's funny that you say that, because when I was doing theater a lot and I did stand-up comedy, my cousin, she's getting very, very popular lately doing stand-up comedy. Her name's Jen Snyder. And when I was getting ready to go into one of the big shows, I looked at her and I said, okay, I've been doing comedy with you for a year now. I was like, and I'm still nervous. I was like, when does the nervousness stop? And she said, as long as you want to do a good job, the nervousness is going to never stop. She said, when you stop being nervous, she said, that means you don't really care about, what's going on. You're going to get nervous. So it's appreciate you saying that.
Oh yeah, just know that there are some professionals right today. I used to hear Celine Dion, Aretha, all them people, and will say that they still get nervous
Ooh,
sometimes.
don't talk
So
about
it's
Aretha.
normal. It's normal.
Oh,
Sammy
Lord.
Davis Jr. That was his thing. He said you got to have some nerves before you get on stage, or else
Mhm.
you're not going to put out that show the way you need to. The
Mhm.
great Sammy Davis Jr. from Las Vegas, by the way.
Mhm.
Patrice, you gotta put in a plug for the show because that's where I'm at right now. So I'm kind of curious to know
Oh
where you're. What are you playing in menopause? What are you doing?
no, do you mind, Frank? If
Oh,
I'm
absolutely. No, I don't mind at all. That's why I
Oh,
want you
thank
to
you.
brag. This,
Thank you.
yeah.
The name of the musical stage play I'm performing in on March 5th is called Main Street Park. Main Street Park, and it's going to be at the Clark County Library. They have a beautiful auditorium there, and that's where the stage play is going to be. March 5th, we're going to do two, it's only one day, that's Saturday. That's on a Saturday. We're doing a matinee show, and then we're doing a 7 p.m. show.
I'm gonna try to make it.
I
Great.
appreciate that. I look forward to meeting you. Hope you
All
do.
right, yeah, that'll be kind of cool. I certainly didn't expect to run into anyone from Vegas here, but I thought I was the only one on the West Coast besides Vaughn.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
I'm in Arizona, but I used to live in Vegas. But I go back there all the time to perform and work with this playwright out of Las Vegas. So yeah.
No, yeah, I also meant I forgot. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina.
There you go,
Down
Columbia. So
in the
there we
bloody
go.
South.
And you know what, TC, you were actually speaking. It's a good segue into your introduction. I believe you're the last one here to do an introduction. So um, let me go ahead and throw it to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw it while you're talking. I'm adding your contact info that you shared in the back up front too. So TC, introduce yourself, sir.
howdy, folks. So glad to be here. So glad to meet y'all. Uh, I'm a singer-songwriter, award-winning singer-songwriter. I always forget to put that in, but anyways,
Put it in there, yes.
yeah, I'm here in Vegas for reasons that I'm still trying to figure out. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you, Patrice, to find out, what your experience has been. I'm originally from the East Coast, South Florida. Actually, I can't say originally. I'm a military brat. It's just my last several years were spent in South Florida before I moved out west, and I'm just looking to meet some talented people so that I can continue doing what I was doing when I was on the East Coast. And geez, if there's anything you want to know, feel free to send me an email. I noticed that a few people had like some instruments hanging in the background there. Bianca, what is it? What is that you're playing there? It looked like an Ovation guitar, or was that a? I saw something in the background during our rehearsal, and I thought, oh, we got other musicians in here. I'm looking to definitely hook up and write, sing, perform, because we can do all this stuff on the internet now. It's just amazing to me what we're going to be able to accomplish just by doing a little bit of networking.
All right.
Absolutely, TC. For 2.5 years in Las Vegas, I performed in a music production show there at Bally's. It was called Solid Gold Soul, and I portrayed the legendary Etta James there. So I did that prior to my move here to Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, you must have some pipes, lady. I
She has
can't
some
wait to
pipe.
hear you singing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're gonna get a chance. You
Thank you.
don't know this yet. You're gonna get a chance to hear a little bit of that for this. You don't know that yet, so this is an exclusive. You're gonna hear you do a little tune later on in the show. Not tonight, but later on.
Excellent, excellent.
Frank is full of surprises. Him and Chef.
Yep, it's so true.
Look, I ate that copyright claim. I ate that copyright claim. I was cool with that. It was a proud moment.
Good stuff. All right. So yeah, this is beautiful. We have a beautiful cast, talented people all across the board. For those of you who are watching, or if you catch the replay, definitely support everyone in our own endeavors with Life or Death and After. Now, let me just double check. We got everybody, right? Everybody had their intro, right? Just want
Yes.
to be sure.
Yes, I want to just give a special shout out to one of my girlfriends that's in the chat from Chicago. She's tuning in. Her name is Miss Mac. That's my girlfriend of 30 plus years.
Mm,
Salute to you. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting.
Awesome.
thank you. Yes, glad you're here, Miss Mac. And we have people coming through in the chat also giving us our um, shouting out shouting out us as well here. I'll do this before we start diving right in. Peter Investor is saluting. Miss Mac is saluting. I think we had a few other people that was giving us some shout outs too. Welcome. Let's see here. I think Derek is here as well. Welcome, welcome. All this love in the chat. Miss Mac, loving you more. You know, it's so funny. I do that with my daughters who loves each other the most. And we all night and we in bed, love you more, love you more. Nope, nope. You know,
I do that with my wife.
there you go. There you
She
go.
know I love her more. We always have to get the last one to know I love you more. No, I love you more.
See, y'all
Mhm.
gonna get started now. Start saying it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Uncle Stu had to. He sent me something. He accidentally had something scheduled that he couldn't reschedule. So I believe he's working on something else right now. But I'm sure he'll pop in as he can, or he might get the replay. So yeah, Uncle Stu will be in here. I'm just checking some last things here. Okay. So yeah. I'm just going through everything. All right. So any other comments or questions before we take our first steps? We're about to dive in and start some rehearsal as we get ready for tonight. Any comments or any questions before we go?
I'm just looking for my son, Caleb. Is anyone seeing Caleb?
I
Okay.
see him in the back, and it sounds like he says that he has a problem with the fan on his
There
Mac.
you are, son.
Oh,
How
there
you
he
Mhm.
is.
doing?
Yeah, let
Stop
us know what's up.
disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know. My computer, the fan just started blowing out of nowhere. So I'm just kind of waiting for it to stop. I don't
Hmm.
know. Um you guys are getting it, aren't you?
No, I'm not hearing it.
Oh no?
I'm
Okay, well
not
if you
hearing
guys
it
don't
either.
hear it, then I'm good. All right.
um, do we hit record now?
Yes. So yeah, we've talked about this is for the audience. What they're talking about is I have all of our cast members who are recording themselves throughout the rehearsal so that later when I put together the official final cut, I can pull their best performances. So of course we're going to do what we do tonight and it's going to be awesome and amazing. But for me, I always put my talent in the highest possible light. So when we actually cut the final version, I'm pulling, this person might say a particular line and completely is through the roof here, and then in a different performance, they're doing something else that I love, and I just pull it all and edit it together so that when we have the final version, it's out of sight, it's
Nice,
dynamite.
nice.
So
So
they're
and,
recording for me right
and
now.
when we record, we just recording our line, right?
No, you record everything. You just
Everything.
hit record and let it go.
Okay, cool.
Yep, just hit record, and you don't have to worry about it from here on out for the rest of the evening. And I mean, if you want to micromanage when you stop it, that's fine as long as you know when to record, and then hit me up with all that at the end, and we're good.
Yeah, I just record the whole thing. I know.
Okay,
There you
I'm on my desktop
go.
because I'm limited. I'm out of town, so I'm gonna have to. What I'm only gonna be able to pick up is my part off my
That's
phone. So
that's
is that
fine.
okay? Oh,
That's
okay,
100% fine. Yep,
okay.
100% fine. All right. So yeah, everybody is now recording, and so now everyone can
Sorry.
follow suit when it's appropriate for you, and pull your can down um, as I set things up for our audience. So, so, so those of you who are watching us live, what we're about to do now is head into um, the rehearsal of each scene to me to just make sure that all of our talented people here hit their notes and understand sort of where they're going with the choices that they make as we go through their lines. And there are going to be a couple times where I'm going to be deliberately looking for you to participate. So feel free, and I'll be trying to pay attention to the chat as much as I can. Feel free to jump in. I did a bad job of it last week. I was so focused on some other things that I wasn't really into the chat. And anybody who knows, who does these YouTube, understand that it's always a challenge to get the chat. But at the same time, I want to pay as much attention as I can to the chat. And if there's something that you all um, see that you want to see up in here, then feel free, type it in the chat. We want you all to be a part of this as well.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, if you know, and same thing with you, Raheem, if y'all know how you can go ahead and cut your your cam, leave everything up, but cut your cam, then yeah, thank you, Raheem, playing Caleb, and then Mike. There you go. All right. So here we go. So I'm gonna set things up for us now. At the very beginning here, the first scene we will cover is an interior high school gym training room. All right, and this is in the evening, and this happens. This is for our viewers right now. The scene that we're about to cover is right after a scene where Caleb has injured himself playing basketball, and we're going to see that scene. Actually, we won't see any rehearsals, but I'm going to play that scene for us when we get to the animations, and so I won't talk too much about that particular scene, but it is the setup for what we're about to see right now. So for the audience, I'm going to go ahead and read out just this once, just my little bit of description as I have leading out of that scene. So here it's Caleb is laying on a long mat resembling a stretcher. A trainer is wrapping his leg as they talk. A few other trainers are leaving the room. All right. So our scene begins with the trainer. The trainer is being played by a talented TC. Um, and TC, how you looking?
You got me blushing, man.
Well, that's my job.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You ready? Okay. And then we got Caleb, and then everybody else will come in. So let me just do a real quick check here. So Caleb, the trainer, Ava, and Bianca. How are you all? You guys ready?
All
Yes,
set.
sir.
Ready?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do a stop and go here at the beginning, where don't be surprised if I call cut if there's something that I want to point out. All right, first time. Here we go. TC, whenever you are ready, and action.
Just wait for the professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma. Why can't you just ease up on all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb, and you need to be reminded that God still is God in the good times and in the bad times. As your mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad. We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And cut. I'll cut it right there. So yeah. So when we right after this line, for Ava, yeah, I do want you to do the slap sound. Now, when we get to the actual animations, I have Foley that in, so you won't have to worry about it when we get to the animations. But for now, during rehearsal, I do want you to do the slapping sound. And let me backtrack a little bit. I'm going to have you with your line, Ava, because you're stubborn, Caleb, and you need to be reminded. Um, so I'm just going to remind you, and this is stuff that we talked a little bit about when we did the callbacks. But number one, you can increase your pacing.
Okay.
So don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about going super slow. We are going to eventually lean more to the melodramatic side. So if you go there now, that's totally fine. But as we get warmed up, we will be a bit melodramatic with our performances, slightly over the top. But I want you to go ahead and don't worry about your pacing being super slow. You can just have it feel what's natural to you.
Okay.
And what I'll say is, so remember here, um, where Caleb is. Caleb has just been injured, and you know your son, and you know that he is going to tend to his spirits are going to be low, and you understand that you don't want him to fall too low, so you are looking for ways just to make sure that he remains encouraged. So you being who you are, your first encouragement is always coming from God. So that's why you want to point him in the direction that you're trusting, that you are speaking to him about, because you absolutely trust God and you want to encourage him in that way. Um, Point being, for you to him is, hey, no matter what is happening right now, God got it. So you can always trust God. So that's what you're trying to express to him, and you're doing that in the most loving way possible, the most supportive way possible, because you know your son, and you know he needs it, or else he's gonna fall into a depression about what just happened. Okay, so I
Okay.
know that was a lot. You good?
Good.
Okay, so let's pick it up from you. All right, and action.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma. Why can't you just
What you
ease
mean,
up with all that?
because you're stubborn, Caleb, and you need to be reminded that God still is God in the good times and in the bad times. As your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad.
Give
We have nothing.
me
This was the only way, and now this?
strength.
If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what might that be, Mr. Slick? You turn from God's lighted path and then want to blame him when you stumble in darkness. Get it right, Caleb.
I know a future personal physician who will always be there to fix that right up.
Oh, Bianca, just turn around.
But Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now. Please.
I'm not bothering you. I'll be right over here.
Bianca.
Make me. Oh, but you can't. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so mean. Oh.
And cut. Okay, that's a good scene. So that's really good. So the key thing here is the sort of turning point for this scene is when Ava comes in so supportive, but then Caleb like completely shocks her with his sort of comment here. And so we really want to hear you register that, Caleb, where I'm sorry, Ava, where like he surprised you. You know, when he's coming out with words like that, even though he might be feeling bad, when he's coming out saying something like he, basically don't want to have nothing to do with God. Um, that was just a little bit more than what you expected, and you understand that comments like that, he's playing with his soul, and that's the last thing you want for him, which is why why you just popped him so quick. You know, and
Right.
we have
Gotcha.
people because it's a very unusual thing to
Yes.
have your
Okay.
loving mama come in and then pop the mess at you and you say something out of pocket like that. so, so we're gonna
Are you
hear that
guys
in record.
hearing? Are you hearing the little pop?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so good stuff. So the one thing I'll say is we can take it from the top and let's fall into what we think might be a more natural pace. I'm not trying to say go fast, but just you don't necessarily have to emphasize a slow pace.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take it from the top. Good stuff, TC. Whenever you are ready, and action.
Just wait for the professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick.
Cut. So for you, TC, the trainer,
Mhm.
um, you are you are compassionate with this situation. You understand, like coming right before this line, you have been listening to Caleb express how he feels like this is it. And so here you are really doing your best with this information to console him. So I
Right.
don't want it to come across as direct or um, abrasive. I
Uh-huh.
want it to come across as supportive as possible, and you're really trying to give him information to help him.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to take it from the top and action.
Just wait for the professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is to not try to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma, why can't you just ease up with all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb. And you need to be reminded that God still is God in the good times and the bad times. As your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad. We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what does that mean, Mr. Slick? You turn from God's lighted path and then want to blame him when you stumble in the dark. Get it right, Caleb.
I know a future personal physician who will always be there to fix that right up.
Bianca, just turn around.
Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now. Please.
I am not bothering you. I'll be right over here.
Bianca.
Make me. Oh, but you can't. Oh, I'm so sorry. No.
Ay.
Okay, and cut. All right, so a couple things there. Good second read there as we're making our way through it. For our third time, so I have a couple notes actually for Bianca.
Yeah.
One, when after this very serious moment that just happened between Ava and Caleb, I do want to hear that you have registered it, and when we get in front of the animations, you'll see that the pacing is such that we will be able to recognize that a moment kind of takes place before you speak. But we
Uh-huh.
still want to hear that you are in some way you're trying to diffuse the tension in the
Sounds good.
beginning of it. Yeah. So I just want to register that you've heard the conversation and it's registering, and the tension is kind of thick right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are, easing your way in as best you can with your first line.
Sounds good.
Yep, try to diffuse it. And then at the end, this is for both Bianca and Caleb. So Caleb, when she says that, when she says at the end, make me, that surprises you, but it surprises you in a good way because you both know that that's just out of character, and
Okay.
you both have nothing but love for each other. So we want to hear you react, but you're not reacting negatively. You're just reacting kind of like a little with surprise, like, wow, did she really just say that?
Okay.
And it's an immediately funny moment between the two of you. So there's not even a small moment there where you take that the wrong way. You
Okay.
understand what's going on. So we just want to hear a little bit of that interaction between the two of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Let's take it from the top. Good stuff, trainer. And action.
Just wait for the professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma. Why can't you just ease up with all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb. And you need to be reminded that God still is God in the good times and in the bad times. As your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad. We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what might that be, Mr. Slick? You left God's lighted path and then blame him when you stumble in the dark? Get it right, Caleb.
I know a future personal physician who will always be there to fix that right up.
Oh, Bianca, just turn around.
Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now, please.
I'm not bothering you. I'll be right over here.
Bianca.
Make me. Oh, but you can't.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Great job. Chat, put throw one if you guys are liking these performances. Come on now. I got a cast right here that's kind of bringing it. They're getting much more comfortable every time we do it, and I'm liking what's going on. So chat, show some love. That's good, guys. I'm not going to say anything here. We're going to do the rest of our work once we get the animations in front of you. So good stuff. Good stuff so far. All right, so we're going to take it to the next scene. So this next scene is I'll go ahead and read this one time, the introduction here for the audience, for the chat. And this scene happens a few, like not immediately after what we see here, what we just witnessed. This is a few weeks, maybe a month or two, a couple months out. Okay. Yeah, a couple months out. All right, so let me read it. This is exterior basketball court day. Honda Civic drives to the court, parking in a nearby lot. The door opens and we see Caleb exit, a brace on his injured knee. As he approaches the court with his basketball, we see him walking with a very slight limp. He steps onto the court and pauses momentarily, considering his situation. He takes a few shots and misses repeatedly, his shots getting progressively worse, causing him to stop and angrily stare down the basketball goal, as if it was at fault. He pushes himself too hard on a layup, causing him to wince in pain, still missing the shot. He hasn't noticed that Bus and some of his crew have also pulled up to the court. They approach him. All right, so that's the setup for our audience. Um, Bus has our first line. Right now, we with Bus and Caleb. You guys ready?
Mhm.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. Okay. All right, let's take it from the top. We'll do a stop and go. Be prepared for me to call cut if necessary. And I'm also picking up a slight echo. I don't know if someone has their YouTube not muted. If your YouTube is not muted, go ahead and mute that for me. And we're gonna take it from the top and action.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
I'm cut it right there. All right. So you coming in loud and clear. Now, if you and I'm talking to Bus. So Bus, if you are right up on the mic, pull back. But if you can't, then I'll just lower your volume a little bit because you
Oh no,
coming in.
I can fall back. I guess I was a bit too eager. I got you.
No, you good.
How am I right now?
Let's see. One more. Give me a sound check. Count to 5.
Test, 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 test.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think that's good.
Cool.
Okay, and then I have a note, quick note for Caleb. So here, Caleb, when you know what Bus is telling you right here. All right, see, even though this has happened off screen, Buzz has already approached you about possibly joining him with what he's got going on. And so when he's coming at you with this, you need to pull the trigger business. That's the subtext here is you need to go ahead and make up your mind. We already know, you need to, from Bus's perspective, it's like you're not even being smart right now. You need to just go ahead and link up with him and make things happen. So your response here, your subtext, the line here is I'll pull it when I need to. Your subtext is I'll do this when I say, I'll do this when it's you're not going to be able to pressure me into.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? So it's not over the top defiance, but you're letting him know, listen, I'm gonna do this on my time.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, good stuff. We're gonna take it from the top and action. I think that you might be muted, Chef.
Yeah,
You
that was
probably
my
gave
fault.
it. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna take it back from the top.
Pardon me.
Mhm. And take your time and action.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
Assess your situation. Recruitment is over. You missed it. It ain't your fault, but injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. College is out, but you still gotta eat. Swish. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
None. Call it an incentive. You ain't thinking straight.
Oh, y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, you better be with a strong crew. Strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Plus, you definitely need a new ride, man.
How long you gonna push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That thing older than you. That thing so old, we need a life alert. Help, I stalled and I won't start up.
Telling you, man, dude got us looking bad.
Nice. And that's the end of it. Okay, so check it. I like the and we talked about this on our table read. I like the improv at the very end. So I forget your character's name that we gave you. Is it Mecca?
Mecca. Yeah.
Yeah, Mecca. All right, so Mecca. So don't go into a full joke. I want you to be able to like one line it. Like whatever you just did is cool, but don't play it like you're telling a full joke, with the setup and everything. And you guys will feel that out when you get to that. But I like the improv at the end. The bottom line on it is he's sitting here pushing this, old Civic, and y'all can't believe that he's not doing what he needs to do, to get on the team.
So basically, I need to kind of like cut out the laughing at that point. I'm just
No. The laughing is cool, but you had some other stuff. I'll cut it when we do it again if necessary. The laughing
okay.
is cool. Yeah, it's the rest of it. I like Bus how you followed up with what you did. So stay with that. That was good stuff.
Gotcha.
That was good stuff. Um, and in the chat too, you guys, if there's something that you want to contribute, right now they're ad libbing. This is improv. This is another skill that, generally speaking, you can bring to performances, and this is a nice little space for it. So, we're wide open with this one as well. So, I asked them to come up with some things, but if you guys want to throw some ideas there for that improv or that ad lib at the end, you can be thinking about it, and you can throw some stuff in the chat too. All right, but I like the scene. This is good stuff across the board. That was just our first time, guys. You guys killed it. So let's take it back to the top. All the way back to the top. Bus has the first line. You need to pull the trigger. Bus, take your time whenever you're ready. And action.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny.
Cut. Good stuff. Caleb, stronger with it. Like you don't want to go over the top defiant, but right now, that's not you. You almost come off like you bothering you with this.
Okay.
All right, let's take it from the top and action.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
That's the situation. Recruitment's over. You missed it. It ain't your fault, but injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. College is out. But you still gotta eat. Swish. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
Yeah, nothing. Let's call it an incentive. Because you're not thinking straight.
Oh, y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now, bro. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, you better be with a strong crew, strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Plus, you need a new ride, man.
Yeah. How long you gonna push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That car older than you, man. That car so older than you life alert.
Oh, we stepped on.
You know what? Let's cut it right there. So let's work it this way. So let's go with that line the way it's written at the beginning. That thing older than you. Let's go with that. But then let's give a space there for Bus to throw whatever he's going to throw in, and then you come right off of that.
Okay, cool.
Mecca, yeah, and then Bus will probably come up with you right after that. So let me take this time to Bus, you're killing it, but what I want to kind of make sure that you stay on in alignment with is who this character is. So Bus, he speaks with authority, as we all know. He is also a planner. Like he thinks about his words before he speaks them, and he is almost always in a position of sort of leading other people to think in a certain way, because most of the time he is so thought out and he's so prepared with what he's saying that like it makes logical sense to people. So he finds
Also be
himself
me.
almost yeah, there you go. So he's very calculated. So I want to be able to hear that, and it's almost like he's teaching, you know. So when you know when he's amused, Bus is never over the top amused. You know, he might just give sort of an ironic type grin, so to speak, acknowledging the irony of a situation, or he might find a light amusement. That's number one. Number two, when he's explaining things, he's in a way he's teaching. Now he's doing it in his calm, sure-minded, um, manner that is about power, projecting power, but he's not deliberately projecting power. He is who he is. So just by nature of him speaking, he doesn't have to come over the top. So I know I probably gave you a whole lot there, but I just want to kind of reorient you that this is a brother who is almost always calm and collected. Um, you can kind of think. We both watched The Wire. You can kind of think Stringer Bell a little with who he is as far as always being a thinker. You follow me? Cool. All right, good stuff. We're gonna take it from the top. Very good stuff. Caleb, here, your your subtext, I still want to be able, it's almost like with this line, I'll pull it when I need to. You need to tell him with this line, um, slow down. You stressing me with this right here. If you can say, slow down, you stressing me with this line, you will have delivered the kind of subtext that we need for him to be able to say right here. There's no cooperation going on right here. This is him, listen, telling me you're stressing me. Okay, so we're gonna take it from the top and action.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
Assess your situation. Recruitment is over. You missed it. It's not your fault, and injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. College is out. But you still gotta eat. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
Nothing. Call it an incentive. Because you're not thinking straight.
All y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me, and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, you better be with a strong crew strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Plus, you need a new ride, man. Damn.
Yeah, how long you gonna push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That thing older than you.
Dude gonna have us looking bad. Man.
Man, that car's so old it need a life alert. Help, I stalled and I can't start up.
You a fool.
There you go. So I like the life alert, but let's cut that follow-up part. You can just say life alert and we get it.
I gotta pull that damn off of there too. It should have said man. 'Cause we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
straight
There you go.
examples. Yeah.
Hold it up. Thank you. Thank you. So that's on Buster's side. And for you, Mecca, I like the life alert, but then just let that be it right there.
All right,
Cool,
cool.
cool, cool, cool. All right, we're gonna take it from the top. Again, I'm gonna push you a little bit, Caleb, on your line here at the very beginning because it really sets the scene for a number of things here. He is bugging you right here again. It's this I'll pull it when I need to. Leave me alone right now. You know, you
Okay.
keep that's I want to be able to feel that tension at the very beginning between you and him. All right. All right, we're gonna take it from the top and action.
You're gonna need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
That's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
That's your situation. Recruitment is over and you missed it. It's not your fault and injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. College is out. But you still gotta eat. So what you waiting on?
You don't need to switch, by the way. Keep going though.
What's that for?
Nothing. Call it an incentive. You're not thinking straight.
Oh, y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Just roll with me and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, you better be with a strong crew, strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Us. You need a new ride, man, really.
How long you gonna push that 20-year-old Honda Civic, boy? That thing older than you. That car so old it need a life alert.
Bruh, I think I was looking bad.
There you go. And you can laugh it out, Mecca. That's cool at the end. Like it's the funniest thing in the world. And you don't have to try to remember not to mention the actual mate. You can just call it the Civic and let that roll. You don't have to go Honda Civic.
Okay.
Cool. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, you guys get it. Caleb, I'm gonna give you hit that line like I asked you. You good stuff there. I'm gonna give you 1 pointer. We're not gonna do it again. We're gonna move to the next one, but I'll remind you here when we get to the all y'all heard that I got witnesses. He just handed you some cash. And the point of you giving us that line is because you want everybody to know he just gave that to you. Like you gonna take it because you know you need the cash. But
Okay.
that's a no strings attached type thing. And so,
Okay.
Bus is always rolling with his boys, with his crew, and you're making sure everybody know, hey, he just gave this to me right here, And so, there's no strings attached. That's what's going on there. So I'll kind of remind you of that when we get in front of the animations. All right, good stuff, guys. I think you guys are ready for the animations. So I'm gonna move us now to our final scene. I'm gonna move us to our final scene. This is not long after this conversation that we just had. Oh, somebody, you guys good?
Oh, I'm sorry, something fell.
Okay, good. Interior Bianca's house day. This is when we're gonna get everybody in who has not yet had a chance to go. And for our audience now, I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up with what you're at the beginning of the scene. We'll run through this a couple times, and we're getting close to the animations. So you guys get ready, and you can get, you got other people that you want to let them know, then let them know to come in. We're not getting to the animations. Interior Bianca's house day. Bianca is putting the finishing touches on the salad she's preparing while Bianca's mother was apparently checking something that was baking in the oven. At the moment, she's shocked, holding the oven door halfway open as she turns to face Bianca. Look at TC in the chat. Yeah, that TC done dropped another part. That's what we just heard. For sure. Okay, so we're gonna take it from the top of the scene with Caroline and Clarence, and we have Caroline is gonna lead the way on this one. So Caroline, Clarence, and Bianca, are you all ready?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yep,
ready. Can
we're
you hear
ready.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as long as you can hear me. Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we good. All right, we got Julius Golden in the house. Quick shout out. What's happening? eBlack TV, appreciate it. We are moving forward. We're getting closer and closer to being able to put everything together. My talent is killing it right now. I'm loving it. And let's see now. We're gonna take it from the top. This will be a stop and go. Be prepared for me to cut in if I need to. And
Okay.
action.
What do you mean you're not going?
I need to stay here.
What? Lord, Lord help me. Jesus, this girl's losing her mind. Look, so what's going on? How on earth do you
Wait,
expect to
Mom.
go?
Okay, let me finish before you jump off the deep end and like.
Oh, then shut up and explain it to me then, Miss Hot Mama. What you got?
Wait. What's the deal? What's going on here?
All of a sudden, your daughter doesn't want to go to college.
I never said that.
Have mercy, now she's lying? You better get her.
Bianca, what is this nonsense here?
Daddy, all I was trying to say is that I want to stay here and go to a community college first. That's all. And she wouldn't let me explain.
So wait a minute. Now it's community college for you? Where'd you come across this lunacy again?
Oh, you know she's chasing that boy. Come on now.
I'm not chasing anybody, Ma.
Bianca, then what is it then?
I mean, it does have to do with Caleb, yeah, but hear me out, okay? It's not over for him. He can still do it.
You do understand how lucky you are to still be able to attend Cornell, right?
Yeah.
And you do remember what we went through to get that extension, right?
Of course, but it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. We have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Ah, Bianca, you're selling yourself short. This is your future we're talking about here.
I know. I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here. It's
I think I missed the line. I think I got ahead of myself. Let's try it again.
Do you want me to give you we have a top medical school right here in Florida?
Oh, I'm just trying to hear where Frank wants us to start back at.
Oh wait, was I muted?
Oh,
Yes, you
Yep.
were.
Yes,
You
we
were
heard your
muted.
thing.
Okay, there we
How
go.
about that?
It's all good. Okay, so let's take it from you do remember what we went through to get that extension.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Yeah, take your time. And you guys are making great choices, so all good there.
Okay,
So just wanna make sure you-
okay. I'll start there.
Okay.
Okay, do you hear an echo?
It
No.
was yeah, we're good now. We're good.
Okay,
now.
great. Okay.
All right, and action.
You do remember what we went through to get that extension?
of course, but it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. I mean, we have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Haven't you sacrificed enough, Bianca? This is your future we're talking about here.
I know. I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here.
You're selling yourself short, Bianca. No matter how you justify it. And I want to know why.
I trust him. Okay, I'm committed to him, and I can't just leave
Be
him.
committed to yourself. And what about us?
This isn't supposed to be about you, is it? But then I never really had a choice in the matter, did I?
What?
Now hold on, Bianca. Get your facts straight. You are always the one always talking about if you.
What is it with the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times that I bring up anything at all different than your holy grail medical school. Like medical school? What about what I wanted? Oh my god.
Okay, and here is where I'm gonna turn you guys loose for some improv, and we're gonna go for 5-10 seconds on that. So wherever you want to take it, I know it'll probably be all over the place right at the beginning, but
Okay.
yeah, we can work some stuff out. So Bianca, good stuff. You're in a great place. I'm gonna ask you to deliver that last line one more time,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna open it up. Wherever you guys want to go, just take it, and then we'll kind of shape it from there. All right. So we're gonna take it from that line and action.
What is it with the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything at all different than your holy grail medical school. Like medical school? What about what I wanted?
Who do you think you're talking to, first of all?
And wait a minute, you need to cut that out. You
This
you
is
need to
my
respect
life.
us.
I don't understand why.
Listen, you are not an adult yet, okay? You better bring that tone down.
Bring it down.
And cut. Okay, good stuff. Let's work on that one more time just to get some timing. I like that. That's good. In the chat, if you guys want to throw anything in there, let me know as well. Bianca, let's take it from that line. And then after we work this out again, we'll probably go through this scene one more time. You guys are actually really good on this scene. So there's not a whole lot of sharpening that needs to happen here. All right, we're gonna take it from this last line and action.
What is it with the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything at all different than your holy grail medical school. Medical school? What about what I wanted? Like
what you wanted? You need
Wait
to
a
calm
minute.
down right now, Bianca.
Yeah,
is
you're
this
gonna
not
have
my
to
life? I don't. Oh.
get your tone together, young lady. This is unacceptable.
Absolutely.
And cut. So I definitely want you to come back if you can with what you think is unacceptable, Bianca, from your perspective. Because
Okay.
they're pulling the parent card on you right now.
Absolutely.
Frank, you are instigating, man. What's going on?
That's right. That's right.
Really instigating some stuff right now.
I
If
can't.
y'all want me to go off, I'm just gonna pull back from past memories.
There you go. I'm trying to be nice now. Come on.
Okay, so I'll let you guys think about that for a little bit. Let's take it all the way from the top of
Oh,
this
from the
scene.
top.
Yeah, we're gonna take it from the top. So let me give you a quick note here too. So here I do want you to come in hot. What Bianca has just told you right before your first line, Caroline, has absolutely gotten your attention. And it's right along the lines of what you actually expected sooner than later. And this is like confirmation. So as soon as you hear her tell you, anything closely, remotely close to this whole, some other plan to not go to college, you are absolutely challenging her right from the beginning. And so that's what
Okay.
needs to come through. Yeah, you're not coming in gentle on this one. All right.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
okay. All right. We're going to take it from the top and action.
What do you mean you're not going?
I need to stay here.
What? Lord help me, Jesus. This girl is losing her mind. Okay, what's going on? How on earth do you expect to
Wait,
sit
Ma. Okay, let me finish before you jump off the deep end and
shut up and just explain it to me then, Miss Hot Mama. What you got?
Wait, what's the deal? What's going on?
Look, all of a sudden, your daughter doesn't want to go to college.
Well, I never said that.
Have mercy, now she's lying? You better get her.
Bianca, what is this nonsense here?
Daddy, all I was trying to say is that I want to stay here and go to a community college first. That's all. And she wouldn't let me explain.
So wait a minute. Now it's community college for you? How'd you come across this lunacy again?
You know she's chasing that boy. Come on now.
I am not chasing anybody, Ma.
Bianca, then what is it?
I mean, it has to do with Caleb, yeah, but like, hear me out. It's not over for him. He can still do it.
You do understand how lucky you are to still be able to attend Cornell, right?
Yes,
And you do remember what we went through to get that extension.
of course, but it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. I mean, we have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Haven't you suffered enough, Bianca? This is your future we're talking about here.
I know. Well, I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here.
You're selling yourself short, Bianca. No matter how you justify it. And I just want to know why.
I trust him. Okay, I'm committed to him, and I can't just like
Be committed to yourself. And what about us?
This isn't supposed to be about you, is it? But then I never really had a choice in the matter, did I?
What?
Now hold on, Bianca. Get your facts straight. You were always the one always talking about
What
if
is
you
it with you and the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything at all different than your holy grail medical school. And medical school? What about what I wanted?
Who are you talking to?
I don't know who she thinks she's talking to. You're gonna have to get your tone together, young lady. This is totally unacceptable.
What's unacceptable is the way that you treat me like I'm still a kid.
Okay, you know what? Listen.
You are one, ma'am.
Listen, we're gonna have to cut this out right now because you're going way too far.
And cut. I was just gonna see how long y'all gonna take it.
I know, right?
Bianca be getting me hot. She gotta
Bianca and her little tube. She got a little tube.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, you guys are ready. All right, good stuff, guys. So now we can actually go to our animation.
Excuse
So
me.
those of you who remember last week, you know how the challenge kind of shifts when you get the animations up because we look for visual cues, and there's going to be a very important one relatively early in what we see, and that animation is when Ava pops Caleb. The timing, the first time that we go through it is not going to be really for all of it. It's just not going to be where it needs to be as you guys are seeing things for the first time. And I think the pacing is going to be a little bit slower. So we'll just feel our way through it. But just be prepared. You know, we're as we proceed with our performances, try to make note of important visual cues so that you can try to pace yourself as best you can to, as you approach the visual cue, if that makes sense. You guys follow me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Okay. So in the chat, you type a 1 in the chat if you think they're ready. Because I feel like they're ready. I'm ready to get us going. I'm going to set things up here for us. Let's see here.
So we're gonna go through the whole thing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna take it from the top, and I'll set it up before I hit go.
Okay.
I'm gonna set everything up for us. Yeah, so we're over here all on the side. Let me just play around a little bit with the different ways we can present it. I see you all on the bottom, and then like this. So if we go, I think for the first time, because I don't want there to be any obstruction with what we're seeing, I think for the first time, just pull us all the way out. Okay. So it's funny. Yeah, I see all the ones. So I think you guys agree with me as I'm throwing these up here. Everybody is ready for us to bring in the animations. I am looking forward to it as well. And we have some people actually joining us, so welcome here. We got some people saying, "What did I miss? What did I miss?" I saw that somewhere in there. You're coming in at just the right time.
So Frank, for the animation, do I have to do the slap or no?
Thanks for asking. No, you don't need to do the slap.
Okay.
And so this is where,
I can improvise a little bit with my reaction.
Yeah, what I was going to mention is that slap is crucial in terms of timing. So
Yeah.
if it happens either too early or too late, don't let it throw you.
Okay.
We'll get it when we come back around, but definitely pay attention for the slap because that timing is critical.
Yes.
Hmm. It's funny. We'll see how that goes because we'll just see how it goes. We'll run it and see where we go from here. All right, so no, I have people saying that they want to catch the replay. You came in at just the right time. We're about to go ahead and pull the animations. So let me set this up. We are about to open with the scene where Caleb has injured himself. So we'll see that. And so if you guys want to, kind of throw in any, sounds that you think might be appropriate into this, and I'm totally fine with it, or you can just hold back. But TC, as the trainer, your visual cue will come as soon as we come out of the intro.
Gotcha.
And we'll see. I'll tell you. We will see. We will see the trainer wrapping Caleb's leg, his knee.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you don't have to rush it because the way I have it set up is the timing is pretty generous. So you just kind of take your time in it, but that will be your visual cue.
Got it.
Cool. All right, there we go. Let's do it. Let me pull this down. All right, guys, let's see how we do it on our first time around. Let's see what it looks like.
Just wait for professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try and move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
You can't just ease up with all that.
Because you're stubborn, Caleb.
Keep going.
I'm sorry. I'm getting. Is something going in and out for me?
Yeah, that's me slowing it down, the pacing. That's all. You guys can keep going. You know what? So I'm gonna take it from the top here. If you and I'll put this for everybody because that's gonna throw y'all up. If I ever feel like the pacing has outpaced you all and it's just flying, then I will do this. I'm gonna pause it to let you all keep going just so you can catch up. And this won't be an issue later on, but here at the beginning.
All right, gotcha.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So everyone, we're gonna take it from the top. All right, here we go.
Just wait for a professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try and move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma, why can't you just ease up with all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb, and you need to be reminded that God is still God in the good times and in the bad times. As your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad.
I'll say
We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what might that be, Mr. Slick? You left God's lighted path and then blame him when you stumble in the dark? Get it right, Caleb. Get it right.
I know a future personal physician who will always be there to fix that right up.
Bianca, just turn around.
Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now, please.
I'm not bothering you. I'll be right over here.
Bianca.
Make me. Oh, but you can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Plus, I can still play.
Assess your situation. Recruitment's over. You missed it. Not your fault, but injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. So college is out. But you still gotta eat. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
Nothing. Just call it an incentive. You're not thinking straight.
Y'all see this? I got witnesses.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. No dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me, and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, and it will, you better be with a strong crew, strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Plus, you need a new ride, man. That thing is ridiculous.
How long you go push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That thing older than you. Car so old, you need a life alert.
Dude, I have us looking bad.
What do you mean you're not going?
Well, I need to stay here.
What? Lord help me, Jesus, this girl's losing her mind. So what's going on? How on earth do you expect to get anywhere in...
Wait, Ma, okay, let me finish before you jump off the deep end and start your hole.
Shut up and explain it to me then, Miss Hot Mama. What you got?
What's the deal? What's going on here?
All of a sudden, your daughter doesn't want to go to college.
I never said that.
Have mercy. Now she's lying? You better get her.
Bianca, what is this nonsense here?
Daddy, all I was trying to say is that I want to stay here and go to community college first. That's all. And she wouldn't let me explain.
So wait a minute. Now it's community college for you? How'd you come across this lunacy again?
Oh, you know she's chasing that boy. Come on now.
I am not chasing anybody, Ma.
Bianca, then what is it then?
I mean, it has to do with Caleb, yeah, but like, hear me out. It's not over for him. He can still do it.
You do understand how lucky you are to still be able to attend Cornell, right?
Yeah.
And do you remember what we went through to get that extension?
Of course, but it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. I mean, we have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Bianca, you're selling yourself short no matter how you justify it, and I just want to know why.
I know I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here.
Haven't you suffered enough, Bianca? This is your future we're talking about here.
I trust him. I'm committed to him, and I can't just...
Be committed to yourself. And what about us?
This isn't supposed to be about you, is it? But then I never really have a choice in the matter, did I?
Now hold on, Bianca. Get your facts straight. You are always the one talking about...
What is it with you and the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything at all different from your holy grail medical school. Medical school? I mean, what about what I wanted?
Who do you think you're talking to,
I don't know
young
who
lady?
she thinks she's talking. You know, young lady, you need to get your tone together right now. This is
enough.
ridiculous.
Stop treating me like a kid.
I'm gonna pause it there and take us all the way from the top here. Great job, guys. So you guys see what's going on here with the timing, right? Yeah, let me give a little applause in there.
Oh wow.
Give us a nice little applause in that one, because guys, that's really, really tough what I'm asking you all to do, especially your first time seeing everything, you know, hitting these notes and processing your emotional choices all live in front of everybody. So I understand that's a challenge. You guys did a great job with it.
Frank, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When my scene pops up, how do you want that to come in immediately, or is there some space when we see her at the oven? You know, that moment.
Immediately. Thanks for asking that. I do want that to be immediate. As soon as you see, you know, if everyone's running late, then of course don't jump. But you know, if the scene is clear, then definitely jump right in.
And I have a quick question too. Now I don't know if you noticed, but I switched 2 lines.
Yeah, I did notice.
Yeah, we all noticed.
And they kept going right along with it. But yeah, so I'll try to get that together. But
yeah,
I mean, it still went, but I would like to get it correct.
Oh, absolutely. And see, and, you know, Bianca is a pro right here. She knows that the story
Yeah, she was.
goes on.
Yeah. She kept going, and so I said, "Well, let me do the other line."
That's right.
The show must go on.
That's what I said. So since I did that one first, well, I'll replace it with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reminded of when that old clip of Destiny Child when somebody fell and Beyonce
Michelle
fell through the trap door.
For Michelle.
Yeah. So if there's somebody kind of
bad rap.
Oh, Beyonce fell too at a concert and kept going. So
kept
both of them,
going.
She kept
yep,
singing.
you
Yeah.
gotta keep the show must go on.
Mhm.
Show must go on. Exactly. So yeah. So if you mix it up, also you've done it twice. I didn't correct you the first time you did it, Clarence, but it's the line isn't how long haven't you suffered enough? The line is
No,
haven't
yeah,
you sacrificed enough?
exactly. So when I flubbed the line, then I said,
Mhm.
well, I just went into suffered.
Got it.
But I know, yeah, I know the line is sacrificed.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, good, good. It's our first time. It's good stuff. And we guys are selling right in. So on the second time, you kind of are aware of the pacing. I don't want you to try to fly through things, but I do want you to
Mhm.
don't the key I think is not to take as much time to gather your reaction.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that space is what's eating us up. You know, you kind of go right into it.
Go right into it. Okay, got it.
Mhm. And I think it will be fine.
Awesome.
All right, chat. That
Yes,
was the
sir.
first time through. Hit us with the ones.
Yes.
Yeah, if you like what we're doing, hit us with the ones. All right, and I'm getting some mics. We're gonna try as best we can to make sure that our mics are good, and try to pay attention to whether or not you all have, if you have YouTube and on playing somewhere, you want to make sure that you mute that. But as much as we can, because I'm hearing, I'm seeing in the chat a couple people are kind of mentioning audio issues. So
Oh
we'll
yeah,
put.
we gotta
Is my
keep the
audio
mics.
Yeah,
clear?
and we
And
have
you
to
want to
make
keep the
sure.
microphone away from. You want to keep the microphone away from the speaker.
Yeah, and we want
If
to
you
make
have
sure that,
earbuds. Yeah.
yeah, if we're not in the scene, to have our mics up muted if we're not in the scene.
Mhm.
Great, great note right there. Yeah. You know what I
Okay, and
mean?
is my sound muffled or can
You're
you hear?
good. You're
Okay,
good.
great. Excuse me.
Hmm. Yeah, so you see here people are kind of doing it. So yeah, we're addressing this now. We're gonna see how this looks. So far, I think that was a great first pass. Let's see what we do on our second pass.
Mhm.
Good stuff. All right, so we're gonna take it from the top and action.
Oh,
Just wait for professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
The best thing right now is not to try to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Mom, why can't you just ease up with all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb, and you need to be reminded that God still is God in the good times and in the bad times. And as your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad. We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what might that be, Mr. Slick? You turn from God's lighted path and then blame him when you stumble in the dark? Get it right, Caleb. Get it right.
I know a future personal physician will always put it right up.
Bianca, just turn around.
Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now, please.
And I'm not bothering you. I'll be right over there.
Bianca.
Make me. Oh, but you can't. Wait. Sorry.
Okay.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Boss, I can still play.
Assess your situation. Recruitment's over. You missed it. It's not your fault, but injuries happen. So now, your knee is shot. So you know college is out. But you still gotta eat. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
Nothing. Call it an incentive. Because you're not thinking straight.
Oh, y'all heard that? I got witnesses.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me, and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, and it will, you better be with a strong crew, strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Us. Need a new ride, man. This is rude and awful.
How long you gonna push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That thing older than you. Car soul with me, life alert.
God was looking bad, man.
What do you mean you're not going?
I need to stay here.
What? Lord help me, Jesus, this girl is losing her mind. So what's going on? How on earth do you expect for me to...
Wait, Mom. Let me finish before you go jumping off the deep end.
You know what? Shut up and explain it to me then, Miss Hot Mama. What you got?
What's the deal? What's going on?
All of a sudden, your daughter doesn't want to go to college.
Well, I never said that.
Have mercy. Now she's lying? You better get her.
Bianca, what is this nonsense here?
Daddy, all I was trying to say is that I want to stay here and go to a community college first. That's all. And she wouldn't let me explain.
So wait a minute. Now it's community college for you? How'd you come across this lunacy again?
Oh, you know she's chasing that boy. Come on now.
I am not chasing anybody, Mom.
Bianca, then what is it then?
I mean, it has to do with Caleb, yeah, but hear me out. It's not over for him. He can still do it.
You do understand how lucky you are to still be able to attend Cornell, right?
Yeah.
And you do remember what we went through to get that extension.
Of course, but it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. We have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Haven't you sacrificed enough, Bianca? This is your future we're talking about here.
I know. I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here.
You're selling yourself short, Bianca, no matter how you justify it. And I want to know why.
I trust him. I'm committed to him, and I can't, just leave him.
Be committed to yourself. And what about us?
This isn't supposed to be about you, is it? But then I never really had a choice in the matter, did I?
What?
Now hold on, Bianca. Get your facts straight. You are always the main one talking about if you could just...
What is it with you and this selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything else at all different than your holy grail medical school. Medical school, but what about what I wanted?
Who are you talking to, young lady?
Wait a minute, young lady. But you know what? I think you better check your tone. This is totally unacceptable.
That's enough.
I'm telling y'all, the more you do it, the more you...
Wow. I'm starting to feel that, Frank.
Yeah. You guys, the more you do it, I mean, we're getting the timing throughout. And from my perspective, you guys are now just getting into the pocket. And we're going to do it one more time from beginning to end. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be heat all the way through. All the way through. Before we do that, so you see what's going on there, especially at the end. In fact, we'll probably talk a little bit about it. But this, what we need to see, from we absolutely need to see this kind of thing from our main, from our protagonist and the people surrounding him, because without it, everything else that happens in the narrative is empty. We need to see the kind of what's going on here. So you guys are really checking into where everyone is. And here at the
I
beginning.
just want to say, when Bus and what's his name come out of their scene, and Caroline and Clarence and Bianca's going into theirs, there's an echo. I don't know if they're not turning off when they're done with their scene, or something going on in the scene when Caroline and them come on, because there's an echo like right soon as Caroline and them get ready to do their scene. Caroline, Clarence, and Bianca. There's
I think that's
where I
what it
noticed
is.
the echo.
Yeah. I hear it when I talk on that first line.
Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Let's kind of sweat that. Thanks for pointing that out, Patrice. Let's see if we can't get the timing on that to just see what we can do about that echo.
So when the two Bus and the other guy, Mike, I think it is, when they're done with their scene, they're not in the scene with them, so that they should mute, and then we can see if it's coming from Caroline and and Clarence, because it's somewhere right in there.
So let's open up.
Mike, do you have YouTube playing as well? Like I don't know if you got the laptop fixed or what.
No, I just actually am just in the room. I don't have it. I don't have my YouTube put up.
Yeah, I think it's just everybody just has to immediately mute after they're done talking, because if you don't have a headphone in, maybe then that also could create an echo. So we can just do that and see what happens. I only really hear it on my first line. It starts to clear up like right after that. So
I caught it as well, because I actually have headphones in right now as well, just to make sure I didn't create that echo. But I did hear it when your scene started up.
I don't have any headphones on, so I'm just basically going from the speaker from my laptop. I don't have any headphones.
Gotcha.
You using the speaker? Are you using the laptop microphone, Vaughn?
Yes.
I was
Okay.
only hearing it when Caroline was speaking, so I don't know. Like I said, I think when you guys, Chef and Mike, get through with your lines, make sure you're muted, and then we'll see how. Because I think it's coming in right when Caroline does her line. I,
That's
I,
Is
all
it,
when
I
the only time I hear it.
is
yep,
it, is it
Yeah, me
after
too.
that? Is there an echo afterwards, or just right then and then it's clear?
it
It's
was
just
an
like
Normally
echo
for
when
like
she was
maybe the
doing
first
her.
third. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no
But I
echo with
got
you, Vaughn.
earbuds. I have earbuds, so it's not gonna bleed through. I got headset
Yeah.
on, so it's not gonna bleed through. But let's
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. I think Patrice got it. So just when
Yep.
you come off your scene, and this will be kind of the discipline for everybody. When you come off your scene, just make sure you mute like immediately off your scene.
Okay.
Cool.
Got you.
All right, good stuff. So key thing here on the third time, just remember, timing wise, try not to take a whole lot of time to engage. And as long as we do that, I think we'll be good. If I do notice that the that the animations are ahead a little bit, then don't let it throw you. I will pause the animations just a little bit to allow you to catch up. Okay, so that's across the board. Just try not to take a whole lot of time when you know your lines are coming up. All right, good stuff, guys. I am now going to take us to the beginning, and we're getting some good stuff all the way through. In fact, I'll just get a little bit of chance for you guys to see. You guys have probably been watching it as well, but I'm just throwing up here the fact that hey, we got a crowd that is really supporting us all the way through. All right, so I'm gonna take us. I love all these hands. I can do this here all night. Just watch the hands. Okay. All right, so we're looking good. All right, so let's take it from the top. And let's kill it on our third time and see where we are at the end. And action.
Just wait for the professional diagnosis before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I heard the pop. It's over.
Caleb, best thing right now is to try not to move it. Nothing. If it's minor, it'll heal pretty quick. Think positive.
You all right?
Yeah.
Trust God, Caleb. Now more than ever.
Oh, Ma, can't you just ease up with all that?
Because you're stubborn, Caleb. And you need to be reminded that God still is God. When it's right and even when it's wrong. And as your loving mother, that's my job.
What good times? It's all bad. We have nothing. This was the only way, and now this? If this is God's work, then I need to go the other way.
And what might that be, Mr. Slick? You turn from God's lighted path and then blame him when you stumble in the dark? Get it right, Caleb. Get it right.
I know a future personal physician will always be able to fix that right now.
Bianca, just turn around.
Caleb, no, I'm not leaving you.
I just need to be by myself right now, please.
I'm not bothering you, right? I'll be right over there.
Bianca.
What? Make me? Oh, but you can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You need to pull the trigger.
I'll pull it when I need to.
Now that's funny. Don't play yourself, Caleb.
Bus, I can still play.
Assess your situation. Recruitment is over. You missed it. It's not your fault, but injuries happen. So now your knee is shot. So college is out. But you still gotta eat. So what you waiting on?
What's that for?
Yeah, nothing. Call it an incentive. Because you're not thinking straight.
Oh, y'all hear that? I got witness.
Look around, Caleb. Life is totally different now. The signs are everywhere. There's no dodging it. You need cash for protection as much as anything else these days. Roll with me, and I got you. Listen to me. When all hell breaks loose, and it will, you better be with a strong crew, strapped, and you better have some paper stacked. When you change your mind, you know where to find me. Plus, you need a new ride, man. You making us look bad, bro.
How long you go push that 20-year-old Civic, boy? That thing older than you. Car so old it need life alert.
That was looking crazy out here, man.
What do you mean you're not going?
I need to stay here.
What? Lord help me, Jesus, this girl is losing her mind. So what's going on? How on earth do you expect me to be okay with this, Bianca?
Wait, Mama, let me finish before you jump off the deep end.
You know, shut up and explain it to me then, Miss Hot Mama. What you got?
What's the deal? What's going on?
All of a sudden, your daughter doesn't want to go to college.
I never said that.
Have mercy, now she's lying? You better get her.
Bianca, what is this nonsense?
Daddy, all I was trying to say is that I want to stay here and go to a community college first. That's all. And she wouldn't let me explain.
So wait a minute. Now it's community college for you? How'd you come across that lunacy again?
Oh, you know she's chasing that boy. Come on now.
Well, I am not chasing anybody, Ma.
Bianca, then what is it then?
I mean, it has to do with Caleb, yeah, but like, hear me out. Like, it's not over for him. He can still do it.
You do remember how lucky you are to still be able to attend Cornell, right?
Yeah.
And do you remember what we went through to get that extension?
Of course. But it's not really necessary that I attend an Ivy League school. We have a top medical school right here in Florida.
Haven't you sacrificed enough, Bianca? This is your future we're talking about here.
Well, I know, okay? And I've done my research. I can track right into my upper level classes from here.
You're selling yourself short, Bianca. No matter how you justify it. I just want to know why.
I trust him, and I'm committed to him, and I can't just like...
Be committed to yourself. And what about us, huh?
This isn't supposed to be about you, is it? But then I never really had a choice in the matter, did I?
What?
Now hold on, Bianca. Get your facts straight. You are always the one talking about if you could just...
What is it with you and the selective memory in here? You always conveniently forget all the times I bring up anything at all different than your holy grail medical school. Medical school? What about what I wanted?
Who do you think you're talking to, young lady?
Wait a minute. You have gone too far this time. Your tone is ridiculous.
You are
This
going
is
to
totally
that school,
unacceptable.
and that is it.
Wow. Great job, guys. Great job. I feel like that ended so powerful.
Wow.
I'm going to pull this down, get us back up here again. Awesome job. So let me throw some stuff up here. I was reading some of the chat while we were going through, and let's see. I think we handled echo. I'm kind of picking up a little bit of an echo now, actually.
Yeah, it's one now, and it still was a little bit right at the beginning of when Caroline came in, right at the beginning, and then it immediately stopped. So I think it is just a matter of somebody is not muting fast enough or something.
Mm-hmm.
After they do their line, I'm not sure what, or either it's on Caroline's end because as soon as she come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I just took myself off of mute, so I doubt if it was me because I've been on.
And it's not. And really, I don't want to sweat it too much because this live performance that we're delivering is really an unofficial performance for our live audience. As you all know, I'm going to come back in and cut together what will end up being the official performance. That won't have any echoes or anything. And of course, I'm pulling the best stuff that you guys are doing. And, so I'm not sweating the echo. We good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We getting good reviews in the chat. I'm so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. Thank you all in the chat for being so supportive. I'm seeing all the hands. Yeah, the dramatic music. Yeah.
So can I cut my recording off now? Or
yeah. So everyone, you guys, if you're still recording, you guys can cut it. That was our last take for our audience. And yeah, I just want to get everybody's perspective. So at this time, because we're at the very end, I'm seeing some good stuff here. While I have you all up, if we have anybody in the chat who would like to ask any of our talented actors any questions or me about anything, then feel free to put it in the chat. I'm going to grab the call-in link, the dial-in link. And if anybody wants to call in a minute, that's fine. If we have anybody here in the chat that wants to say anything right now, please jump in. And if you have to go, because we've been here, since 8. If anyone's up here now and you have to go, then definitely let me know, and it's all good.
Oh, I'm
I'm
good.
good.
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I just want to say I did notice the way Ava was giving Bus the eye when he walked in the in the school gym.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that at first until my girlfriend said it in the chat. I was like, "Wow, she did." Let me take a look at it next time. I was like, "Oh yeah, she gave him the eye." Like, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
What do y'all think that's about?
You know what's
Anybody
up.
guess?
She
Would
knows
you like?
something.
She
That's
knows
that
something.
spirit. That's that spirit of discernment. That's that spirit of discernment.
Nah, man, it's his voice.
I
She
thought
knows
everyone
what's
did
wrong.
excellent, though. I really thought everyone did a great job.
Mhm.
Great job.
I agree. I'm just going. You see, I'm just flying through
Yeah,
everybody
you
here.
get some questions now. I think.
I think
Okay.
Ava's a Tone Loc fan.
Tone low with the deep voice.
Ah, that's funny.
Ava's all about that, man.
So thanks for that. So with this one, with that last photo, is that's intended for there not to be any dialogue or anything. That's a setup. I want you all to see what he is his expression. You know, he's considering, and I don't want to tell it. I want to get y'all's point of view on it. But it's like we see here that after the argument, after the situation, I really want you to see how it's weighing on him. So
Mhm.
no dialogue necessary on that. And great question, wealth engineering.
Yeah, I saw that too. I noticed the look, even when it was showing where he was standing outside, with his knee all wrapped up while they were in there arguing. I was like, okay,
Okay, now she needs to eat, like right away. Where Isaiah? I'm sorry, y'all. I know I didn't mute.
What?
Yes,
I,
definitely.
I'm trying to multitask here. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. You're good. I'm gonna start up my cam too. If anybody else want to come up, that's fine. Let me throw the names up too, real quick. Hang on.
that's
And
right. Mama knows best.
yeah, I'm just kind of going through here. Mama definitely knows best. And yeah, thank y'all so much for getting a lot of props. Let's see. Question at OG Patrice. Do you have acting experience? Talk a little bit about that, Patrice.
Hey, thanks for the question, Wealth Engineer. A little bit, yeah. I did a commercial before. I did some walk-on roles when I was in Chicago for stuff like Chicago Hope and ER, and then I got a commercial out of that, and then I came to Las Vegas and started my acting career in doing the two musical stage plays that I have under my belt already. And I actually took some acting classes in Las Vegas at Debbie Reynolds' acting studio. So a little bit, but thank you. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going through now. Here, let's see. There we go. Thank you, Miss Max. Storyline, directing, cast were all phenomenal. All right,
Thank you,
and
Miss
welcome.
May.
Sharing. Yeah. So at the very end here, and this is wealth engineering giving it back to you. You sound like a veteran actress up there. The emotion transfer was world class.
Oh man, I appreciate that, Wealth Engineer. Thank you so much.
I mean, when you're in this position where you have to try to communicate what she's trying to communicate with her son, I think that's definitely something that people can kind of vibe into. Is that, have you had any real life experiences that come close to that, Patrice?
Absolutely. I can totally relate to this character. And when I'm doing a role like that, I always try to put myself for real in that position as a mother. And that if I had a son, that was going through this, how would my emotion and reaction be? And that's totally 100% how it would be. Like I would be that mother, would be that confidant, that person that tries to keep his spirits lifted up as a mother,
Mm-hmm.
especially a believing mother and a mother of faith and a mother that strongly is strong-willed in her conviction about her
Mm-hmm.
belief and her faith, and that's what I'm trying to bring out in Ava, because that's what I vision her to be that type of mother. So yes, absolutely. That was another great question. Thank you.
Hmm. And actually, I want to kind of spread that one around a little bit, especially at the end. And I'm I'm thinking now I've given you a little bit of time to come off of that because Bianca and then the parents, you all were definitely in that moment, living it, at the very end. So I have a question for Bianca. Like, sort of what did you pull into Sajda, especially that last performance? Like I don't, when you guys are doing things, I kind of don't say it right then, but I absolutely notice it. And what I love about what you do is you seem to just take it another level every chance you get at it. We've only done this 3 times here with the animations, and that third one you took it somewhere that you hadn't. So what are some of the things that you uh, vibe into or connect to as you get closer to the character, Sajda?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we've a lot of us could relate to just kind of sometimes not feeling like, even though our parents love us so much and they have their best interest, that maybe they're not listening. And I think that that is kind of something that at least I've felt before, and like
Mm,
wanting, especially when you're younger, wanting to have the agency and wanting to be an adult and not realizing like that the the fear for you that comes from your parents comes from a place of like, you know, comes from a fear of wanting the best for your life sometimes, and like
mm,
fighting against that because, believing that what next steps you need to take in your own life. And I think that that's valid and true, but also sometimes that comes out in a violent way, especially if you don't, or a harsh way, when you don't really are like, you're not sitting down, you're not actually thinking about the words that you want to say, that they just kind of like, you feel something and you just kind of go for it and you say it and you don't check yourself. And like, I've definitely been there. So,
hmm. And I like this comment that Wealth Engineering makes here. I love how Bianca's voice slowly switched from innocent to rebellious. And what's happening is that it's just that we respond to the situation that we find ourselves in. And so what Sazia is right in the moment when this stuff is going on, and she's not necessarily in the beginning trying to quote unquote come across as innocent, nor at the end trying to be rebellious. But what's happening is she's responding to stimuli that's going on in the moment that's pushing her to certain levels, so that she's not necessarily trying to be rebellious, but she's trying to explain her position, and when she feels like she's not being heard, then that triggers some other things. And so I really like how not just Sajda but across the board we all are listening and making ourselves in the moment so that these kinds of things can come out in the moment. It's kind of one of the coolest things about acting, especially voice acting, when we're not actually in the situations.
mm.
Hmm. Bianca was already hiding something that came through to me in her hesitations, right? And the mother was all over it, right, Caroline? Because there was a couple times, Caroline, where she would say something and you'd kind of give that knowing grin,
Hmm.
and that would confirm. I loved it when you did that.
Yeah, man. That last one that we did really hit home for me. I think it was just the listening was even higher, and I think it helped because I felt like our pacing got better, so that
Hmm.
Yeah.
we're able to kind of like stop thinking about that and really just kind of be in that moment. And I love the hesitations and things that she brought and different things that that I could respond to authentically. So it was cool.
Hmm.
Ditto,
I agree.
mama.
I want to read this real quick. Some props for Bianca. Bianca's killing it. Definitely going with the flow and feel myself in the room with her. I feel her frustration and tension of everyone in the room.
Mm. Thank you,
Hmm.
Art of Light Channel.
Props to Bianca. Props to Bianca. Let's see. Wealth Engineering has a comment. Oof, I think you might be onto something, but Bianca already have a baby, I think, from episode number 1. She ran away with the baby. So remember what we're seeing here, and this is something I'm not gonna uh lay it out, but when you guys watch this, remember the chapters, and where things are, because I am telling this out of sequence. And so I think
Mm,
I'll stop it right there. Pay attention to those chapters. They're not up there for no reason.
wow.
Pay
Exactly.
attention to those chapters. Okay. So as we kind of wind down here, is there any, let's see here, from our current members, is there anything that you guys want to kind of leave us with? Any questions or
Yeah.
comments?
Yeah. I wanted to say something really quick, if I could.
Mhm.
Um, the playing that role of the father, that's very dear to me because I am a father. So I'm able to channel that spirit because these are the some of the type of ways that I would respond or deal with my own son. You know what I'm saying? So it was a great experience. I thought Caroline did an excellent job. Bianca, of course, she's really holding it down.
Oh,
And I mean, both of them kind of pull the character out of me. So that's really cool. So I appreciate the opportunity.
100%.
Yeah,
I
I can totally relate to what Vaughn is saying as a parent for real, because I do have a son. I have one son, my only son, and
Mhm.
I put myself in the mindset of me losing my only child, my only son, possibly to the streets and getting involved with these bad guys. And then I also channeled somebody that I know close to me that is very, very spiritual, like
Mm.
really spiritual, and like unwavering faith in God. So I kind of like channeled that as well. So I can totally understand where Vaughn is coming from.
Mhm. And yeah, and on that particular point too, we're at the very beginning of setting up what we see. We're only 2 episodes in, and we've seen a number of things. And so all of these little small elements of the story and what we're seeing with these situations that we see Caleb in are, kind of drawn from reality. These are the kind of things that sometimes our young people, are faced with, and have to make these kinds of decisions. This happens every day.
I'm just hoping, because I have a preteen, a
Mhm.
daughter, a preteen. So I'm sitting here like, oh Lord, please don't let my child pull some mess on me in a few years. I don't have the energy.
Right. Same here. I have two daughters. You
Man,
just
oh man.
never. You
But
gotta. You
I
gotta
do
be
want to
vigilant.
say though, like Chef, man, your voice
yeah.
so resonates that that bus part. Like you are killing it. Like
Yes.
you sound like a real true gangster. Like yeah, you sound like one of them guys on TV that's a real true gangster bad boy for real. You had me engulfed in just your voice alone. So you brought it.
Well, I appreciate you with a voice like yours. Come on, OG. I appreciate you. Thank you.
And I saw you bringing it out in Mike. Each time you guys went through the role, this is little stuff like I'm starting to pick up. It's funny how like the person that we in the scene helps us get better every time around. Because I know I was pulling from Caleb in our scene, as a mother, like I was pulling from his energy, from how he responded back to me. So absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. I accept and absorb all of that. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Definitely.
Absolutely, and that's like that the thing that you see. Sometimes people talk about where you start establishing chemistry,
Mm.
between our actors, like real chemistry, how to play off each other. All that comes with experience, and you guys are doing it really, really quickly. Considering this crazy live, new, brand new environment we're doing it in.
I got a question.
Hmm.
Kind of technical, I guess. After the editing is completed and you've put the sound to all the visuals, are you saying that the story is going to be told out of sequence?
And Bob Brian, I was
So some of it,
referring to your character as girl dad. Oh,
Wait, is Vaughn?
I think Vaughn just popped his microphone on in the middle of a speech or a monologue or
And
something.
you know what? I'm terrible at this, man. I'm trying to read and do stuff, and I'm trying to read the comments, and I'm just, I was unmuting and muting and unmuting, and now I'm caught up in a whirlwind here.
Right,
Now,
take
what
a
was the
breath,
question?
Vaughn.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What was the
Take a
question?
breath.
He was asking me, so just go ahead and mute, and then we'll catch up with you.
Okay, sorry, guy.
That's okay. So so the way the story is going to be told is, yeah, it's not going to be completely out of sequence, but there are elements from when it's told from beginning to end where have you seen Love Trap? It's a little like Love Trap where I introduce some things out of sequence and then circle back to them.
Like flashbacks or
Yes,
immediate
yes.
rest.
Yeah, you can call it like that, flashbacks.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
That's kind of different for a comic book approach. Usually they just lay it all out, but I'm curious to see how this is going to end or how this is going to begin. Since
Mhm.
the beginning isn't at the beginning, this will
Right.
be kind of interesting to see.
Right. And it's funny, I could talk more on that, but I'm going to wait till we're on the other side of it because yes, actually it's deeper than we might originally think here at the beginning. So thanks for that question. I'm looking forward to coming back to that question. So I'm going
Vaughn,
through
you're
here.
up. You're up, Vaughn. Hit that mic.
So I'm hitting the mic now. What was the question? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you good now?
Well,
Oh,
it
you
was
got
a
a question
question
for
about you
him?
had a statement or something you wanted to share.
Oh, no. Listen, I didn't hit the mute button, and I'm talking and doing other stuff. So forgive me.
What's on the stove, Vaughn? What you cooking? What's for dinner?
Well, you know what? My sister-in-law cooked tonight because my wife, she's in recovery. She received that kidney, so she came over to prepare some meals for us. So that was a blessing. So we had chili.
Mm.
Man,
Regular
y'all
chili.
talk, I came straight from work and got on, and y'all talking about food. I'm hungry as hell.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, everybody's moving around now. It's hard trying to get everybody to be still. So now
Mhm.
everything's flying off. Doors are opening and closing, and I keep forgetting to hit the mute button. And it's okay. Life is life.
I'm liking Adrian's comment here because this would be funny. Chef should read stories to children at the library. Imagine that.
So funny story.
Chef voice might scare them. They might scare the poor kids
Listen,
to death.
listen here, little Johnny. No, wait.
Exactly.
Somebody
You can
told
start-
me that there was
Start taking
actually,
it funny.
yeah, somebody told me that there was actually a podcast where it's called Men with Beards Reading Bedtime Stories or something to that effect. So I didn't even find that. But imagine I can start an OnlyFans with my voice. God is good all the time. All the time.
You would also make a good voice to read. I don't know if what is the creepy pasta? Creepy pasta is on YouTube, and it's a bunch of people telling horror stories and ghost stories, and I think you would tell a good ghost story, man.
Yo, Mike, me and you would have a hellified like rap battle. You're like my evil alter ego voice.
Hey, that's crazy you say that, man, because we might have to do that one day and see if you can hang with me.
Oh,
Yeah, I can spit, bro. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, I got one question for Chef.
Yes, sir.
What happened, man? Did you hit puberty and the voice just dropped? I mean, how'd you get from, you weren't born with that voice, so how did that transformation take place?
So I started smoking Newports when I was 6. And no, I'm joking.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking. But seriously, I used to be in the choir. I grew up in the church. I was in the
What?
church choir. I was in school choir. And then as, that crazy thing called puberty hit, my voice started switching up and I was literally a tenor. So for a good majority of my teen years, passed into my early 20s, I actually didn't care for my voice at all because I used to be able to sing and I
Wow.
felt that my voice injured my instrument. So it's funny. That's why I kind of shunned, the voiceover thing. People have been talking about this for 20 something years, but it was something that I did not care for. And go figure. Look now.
You got gold
Mhm.
there, man. Those are golden pipes.
Well, I appreciate you. That's what she said.
We got to call
Boom,
in.
boom.
We got to call in here on. I can see here. I got Ashley. He's also in our cast as well. Coming up a little bit later. Ashley, glad you could join us and let us know if you have any questions or comments.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. I just wanted to pop in and just say phenomenal job from everybody. I mean, I was thinking about this all week, to be honest with you. Like what was gonna be the next scene that he decided to cast for? Like what's gonna be next? What how many questions is Bianca gonna ask, before she move? Or, you know, like little things like that. But I feel invested in this. And I can't wait to see what happens next or to know what happens next. And
Mhm.
just kudos to everybody. I mean, Frank, you didn't get the title of Emmy winning director for nothing. You know what you're doing when you're casting. Everybody's voice fit perfectly for what you have here, and just
Mhm.
watching how everything flows with the animations, well the the artwork and
Mhm.
everything. It's been amazing to watch and to see how everything comes together. And then later on down the line when I'm doing mine, I kind of have the gist about what's going on. But if
Mhm.
everybody, I just want to know how you feeling after this. I know some of you were on the first one, but I'm curious to know what are your thoughts. How do you feel right now?
I don't even feel like it's real yet.
Hmm. How so? What do you mean?
I don't know, man. Like I'm so happy to like be a part of it. It just seems like unreal. And it's so great. It's everybody did so great.
Mhm. Anybody else?
I got a puppy that was stressed out during the fight scene at the end of the bit. I just every time we ran it, the puppy was cuddled up and dreaming, and all of a sudden just started kind of kicking, and so obviously it was registering the dissension and the tension and everything that was going wrong. Just I mean, this poor little dog lives in a house where there's not a lot of yelling and screaming, so
Mm.
and it was a rescue. So I don't know if maybe it was triggering some memory or something, but I think that is a statement about the authenticity of the fight at the end.
Mhm.
If
Mm.
nothing else, you have a critic, uh, a
That's
four-legged critic
responding.
that thinks that what you did was fantastic. I could tell by the nightmares she was having.
It's just interesting, that part, like for me, just taking the time to make sure that we do this type of work, in terms of writing the story dramatically. It's so we, generally speaking, we always want to cut to the action, and the high drama in terms of what's going on with Caleb out here in these streets. But we absolutely have to have these very universal moments, and we've talked a little bit about how we all have kind of had these moments of either as a parent or as a kid of wanting to have our agency, and or our parent trying to wanting the best for our kid and trying to guide them a certain way, and experiencing this kind of like a tragic situation that we experienced with Caleb at the beginning, which kind of sets everything up. We have to have these moments. And so for me, it's just I'm real happy that on a part that might not necessarily be considered the most dramatic, that we keep our audience, as we, and that you all, give you reasons to invest in the lives of these characters beyond, like the flashy stuff that they may be doing. Take the time to tell this stuff and ground the story so that as we move forward, we're really connected to the characters. Um, so did you guys kind of, sense that a little bit and feel that, hey, this is work that we have to do in order to get to know these characters?
Yes, I think to be able to portray the characters the way they should be, you do have to do a little bit of research. And like I said, I think everybody did a fantastic job in bringing that to life.
Thank
Mhm.
you, Ashley.
Good
You're very
stuff.
welcome. Now I could easily go in each individual, but I don't want to take up all the time. You know me.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Yeah, we absolutely get it.
Yeah, thanks,
Absolutely.
Ashley. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so I guess we're at the very end, and I'm not seeing it. Anybody in the chat that has any particular questions right now? It's still early, so I think everybody's kind of getting the story. So it doesn't seem like there's any particular questions about how we're setting up the story right now. Everything seems really straightforward. I think Chef has something that he wants to pop in, so I'm gonna get Chef to share with us, and then I'll go ahead and start closing this down. If there's anything, we'll kind of react to what Chef's doing, and then if anybody else has anything, then we might be
Awesome.
good enough to call this an evening.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Uh, so you know, I definitely appreciate Frank. I definitely appreciate Frank pulling us into this project here. It's a dope project, and you know, I involved this project or figured a way to interweave what we were doing with the project into my own personal life. So I got my gear, I got my whole mobile setup, and today's my daughter's birthday. Well, she's not 5 anymore. She's 6 years old. So I kind of wanted to share something with y'all. You know, a little moment. So bear with me a moment.
Oh, happy birthday to the little princess.
Oh yeah, she's a handful. You'll see.
indeed.
Are we in
Birthday.
school?
Absolutely. Happy birthday. And we got a shout out Heart of Light channel. Tonight was outstanding. Thank you very much. Okay, I see something that I see you're sharing something, Chef. You want me to pull this up? I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's a yes, Chef. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add this. Let me know if you want me to pull it, Chef. And let's see if I can make this any bigger. Okay, looks like he pulled it
I
down.
think I had pardon me. I think I had an error. I apologize, Frank.
That's okay.
Bear with me one moment.
No problem. No problem. As I'm going through here. So if does anybody have like a channel that you have not yet, like any type of link to your channels that you haven't already shared? Because I was able to share your earlier links when you were doing your introductions. And if we also have anybody in the chat that wants to share your links as well, then you can actually share those too. That way we can support each other. Let's see.
For me, as Courtney, I'll just say my IG because I also have a link tree link in my bio with projects that I've done, and then I usually do a lot of posting there when stuff that I do comes out, and so that's the
Okay.
best place to follow me for me.
Can you I just want to be able to put it in the chat. Oh yeah, I guess you can say it, but I can actually copy it and paste it in the chat too if you want to put it in the private chat. Did you already do that earlier or no?
All right, I got you. I'm sorry. I was on mute.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Sorry, Frank. Yeah, when you're ready to go, I got you. You could
Okay.
just add that to the stream.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just waiting since we're getting, I think that was Courtney that wanted to share her IG. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna share that real quick for everyone, and then we'll come straight to you, Chef. Okay, so everybody support Courtney right here with that IG. Follow that IG. I'll also throw it up here real quick. And Chef, you ready?
Let's get it popping.
All right, let's do it. All right. All right, go right ahead.
That's my birthday, girl. Celebration. 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 Happy birthday, Gabby.
Thank you.
Tell everybody where you went.
We went to Disney. Everyone who's watching, I love you, and I just love you so much. Kiss, kiss. Bye.
So, little girl, tell us about what today is.
My birthday.
How old are you?
6 years old.
6.
Yeah.
Tell them what your parents did.
You took me to Disney World, which I closed my eyes, I opened it up, and we were actually here.
In Disney World.
Yes. We took a train and we took a bus.
In Disney World, right?
Yes.
So tell people about how you feel about today.
I feel like I'm going to explode.
You're going to explode?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So cute.
It's like, when I get too happy it's my birthday, it's like I see everything on the...
Happy birthday
Day to you. Happy
birthday
to
you. Happy birthday, dear Gabby. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish. Yay!
Baby.
There we go.
Yeah, love you. He says, what? Talk to me about it. What?
I love it.
You love what?
I love the cake.
You see all the surprises?
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel?
Happy.
Happy like what?
Happy like a happy face.
Awesome. Awesome. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. You pull that down. Thank you.
Awesome. She's so beautiful.
This is why we.
That was too
do
adorable.
this
She's
stuff.
just adorable. She is so adorable. That was too cute.
Yes.
So expressive.
Yeah, man, that's daddy's girl. But yeah, this is why I do it, man. So you know.
Hey, she cute. I'm just glad she ain't inherited your voice yet.
That's funny. Yo, you got that one. You got that one, Mike.
The chef, enjoy these moments. They go by really fast.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Enjoy it while you can.
Right.
I remember my son when he was 6, and he would, they run up to you and so glad to see you. But when they become teenagers, it's a whole nother story.
No question. I have a 15-year-old.
So you know.
I understand, right?
Yeah, you know that.
Yes, sir.
Well, crew, I would love to stay and chat with y'all some more, but I am hungry and I got I got to get off here and get me something to eat.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
But it was definitely great tonight. Great experience. I liked it. Can't wait to do some more. And can't wait to see the whole thing all the way through when it's done. Frank, I want to thank you again tonight. And apologize again for all the emails. But
You good?
like I said, I was nervous and wanted to get it right. You know, if I would,
Oh yeah.
if I didn't, I wouldn't have been emailing. But I
No, you
appreciate it.
good.
Appreciate all y'all. Hope y'all
Yeah.
have a good night, good weekend.
You too, Mike. Same. Good
Good
job.
night, Mike.
Good
Great
night,
job.
everybody.
Yes, good night. I'm heading out too. Good night. Great
Good
job,
night.
everyone.
Thank you, Ashley. Good night.
So
You're
Frank,
very
what's up
welcome.
next? What's up next? I mean, where do we go from here?
I'm gonna mute Ashley whenever because you got a whole lot going on. You can hear the kids. Oh, look like she was out anyway. So as you all know, in terms of what's next, we're gonna continue with the story. That's what we're here all about. That's what we're here, and this is what it's all about. We want to continue to get the story out, and we're just going episode by episode as we work through, and we share this process together where we continue to rehearse, we continue to apply what we do, and then as it comes up, we just talk about any part of the process. So I'm looking forward to our next episode. We just get a little bit deep into the story, and you see just how deep things continue to go for Caleb and the rest of the cast. The rest of the cast. So yeah, we just get deeper. We got 17 total episodes. We've had two, so we got some work to do.
Yeah, still a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I apologize for my unmutingness.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
I was just trying to get some stuff together, and people coming in and out. So, but,
Yeah, and I may as I get better at this too, you may see me jump in and be quick on the mute as well. So don't never take it personal with anybody if I mute you. It'll be whatever for whatever reason. So I just might jump in and do that.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Oh yeah, Adrian's messing with I think Adrian's trying to get to Disneyland too. So she's inviting me to invite her to Disney.
Awesome.
Okay.
Adrian is a character herself.
Absolutely. Adrian, we need to get your voice in here at some point. Good stuff. All right. So any other comments before we go? We're at 11, and I think that we're at the end of what we're gonna do. That was a great question. Where the setup for me is I'm gonna reach out now, send out the script, and prepare for our next cast for next week. Do the work, and God, it's so funny with this thing. The amount of editing. I'm getting used to it now, so that I can finish early. But you guys know I'm teaching 5 classes and doing some other things, so it's like getting this in so that we are at go time for showtime is definitely a challenge. But I think I'm getting more efficient with it as I go. All right, Uncle Stu.
Well, sounds good. Oh, hey, Uncle Stu.
Uncle Stu. Well, thank you, Frank. I can rest my mind for a little while now because
great job. Yeah, across the board.
I was quite nervous and trying to figure out if I could accomplish, but
you absolutely did.
It seemed to go quite well, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah, no, you were there. You did your thing. So for all you guys know the routine in terms of our cast. As soon let's do our business on the back end. Make sure that you send me your recordings, and then we'll take care of everything else right after that, and we'll be good to go. You guys, and you don't have no rush. You send it tonight, that's cool, or send it sometime tomorrow if you can. But just as soon as possible, send me the files, the audio files, your recordings. We'll take all the next steps from there.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
This is dope.
It was so dope. It really was. Like,
I mean, I'm in awe right now.
Folks have no clue. Folks have no clue that there's characters you have not heard yet.
Right.
Wait till Uncle Stu gets on that microphone, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna have church.
Put it, man, church. Listen, at this point, listen, let me tell you something. At this point, I would love just a duet of Uncle Stu and Anton Samuels to announce me walking into a room. I'll be good. I'll be good, yo.
Yeah,
Man,
they do great introductions, and
man,
I've
God
heard
bless
them. They're
this guy,
awesome.
yo.
Time I hear Uncle Stu in his preaching voice, I hear the organ playing behind him. You know, like the little do do do. The
Yo,
little
Uncle
sound like
Stu,
every time you say something, it's the organ come in.
Uncle Stu made my mama like me more.
Ah, well, I can't wait to watch the replay of it all, which is what I'm about to do actually as soon as we're done. I
That's
can
coming.
critique myself.
Well, I definitely want to say thank you to you all. You guys killed it, as I knew you would. Thank you to our chat who is still with us. Thank you for those who are actually still, from right from the beginning, whether or not you actually typed anything in the chat as well, just your viewers. We just appreciate you continuing to support in any way and stay with it. And not only that, but share, tell everybody what we're doing, putting something together that we feel is unique and worthwhile and worthy of your time. And you guys know how I like to do. I like to end it with my own personal shout out to my channel where you guys know I do my little talk with Frank Gooden. And as soon as I get really, really much faster with my editing and I can get that stuff out the way, then I'm going to throw a show up on Talk with Frank Gooden so I can talk about some things about the story that I want to point out. And so, I like to end with that Talk with Frank Gooden outro. And I love it when you all have nice things to type on our way out. All right. All right, guys. So I appreciate you. And with that, I'll say
God is good, and he chose
Right.
Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night, everybody.
Back in the chat
God
I'll
bless.
go.
good
God
night.
bless. Salute to the chat, too.
Salute
Salute
to
to
the
the
chat.
chat.